Um, some of you guys might remember Babylon's Fall. You guys might remember that a long while back, I made a video talking about it. This was a game that I was tremendously excited for. I was super excited for this game because this is a game that was developed by Platinum Games. So initially when it was announced, I was like, I'm in. Let's go. Bring on that Platinum gameplay. Let's just fucking do it. And it was boom, 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 looking great, fantastic, all of that. This was until they released the first co-op trailer. The first co-op trailer, I was like, okay, there's definitely something fucking wrong. Something really wrong with this game. And there was like an interview about it as well. I don't know if you guys remember that interview. I seem to think that I did either a full reaction to that interview or I did like a breakdown of the interview. I did something with that interview where I talked about how I felt like they were going in all the wrong directions to the point where I remember one of them saying, oh, we'll sell things like levels. I was like, when dude said something like we'll sell levels, as in not character levels, but like levels in the game, I remember something to that nature. My head just like spun 3 times and went like, what business model is this? You're thinking about selling levels? What? Do you realize what that means? You're insane. They were talking about all of these monetization things they were going to do and how it was going to change. That was the first red flag that I had when it came to Babylon's Fall. It was like the first one. And then the next red flag that I got was when they released the alpha and I actually had a chance to play the game. And I realized that like, yep, this game's trash. You guys might have seen the video that I actually streamed it. It was like a 30-minute video or something where I did some criticism of the gameplay and all of that. And basically, it's like the art style is ass. It's just like, I'm sorry, it's just that simple. Your game looks like ass. But here's the thing. It's okay for your game to look like ass if it plays well. The problem is Babylon's Fall looked like ass and played like ass. So it was like 2 things instantly. As a matter of fact, the game did so poorly that there was barely anyone beta testing it. Like I beta tested it because I'm just like trying to figure out, right? I'm trying to figure out, I'm a Platinum Games fan. I'm trying to get hyped up about this game that, you know, initially looked good, then started looking really bad. And then when the beta came out, I got to play it. I'm just like, okay, let's give this thing as much of the benefit of the doubt as I possibly can. I start playing it. And it's like, it's basically you go through a little bit of a hallway, bunch of mobs pop out, you kill them, you move a little bit more, bunch of mobs pop out, you kill them. It's like the bare. Like it just keeps going down. It's not even the bare minimum. It's below that. It's like if the bare minimum of a live service game was to run. It's just like it compiles, it executes, and it lets you kind of play the game. It was the very bare minimum. You go in there, have a couple of special attacks. You got like 4 weapons that you choose. Number 1, the weapons floating behind your character, ridiculous. Took up so much goddamn screen real estate. Like a new player in this game couldn't even see half of the stuff. Your eyes have to get trained in order to see through the transparency of the weapons. Number 2, and I was like, this one I was somewhat I was willing to forgive, which was the weapon balancing was so atrocious. It was so bad. I seem to remember that like the staff did, I don't know, 100 times more damage than some of the other weapons or something along those lines. They're like, well, yeah, but you got to channel it, got to do the thing. No. The staff was busted. It was just like ridiculous. Bow was also really good. Most of the melee weapons kind of sucked. That's what I remember. I don't know if that's what ended up being in the final game because after that beta, I just like forgot about this game. I was like, yeah, that's never going to happen. But yeah, in that beta, basically I criticized all this stuff and ultimately what I think is the most interesting aspect of Babylon's Fall is that there is a fundamental misunderstanding as to what the fan base of Platinum Games wants. And that, I think, is the worst thing that could have happened. It's not even the fact that the game is bad. It's the fact that the developers can't understand why nobody likes the game. They can't understand it. They're just like, no, but we made the game. The game is good. It's like, no, the game is not good. The game is bad. And the fact that you can't understand that not only the game is bad, but on top of it, you are not serving the audience that you've built over the years. Like, you need to have an understanding. What people expect from Platinum Games is polished, stylish, what do they call it? Spectacle action fighters. That's what people expect from Platinum Games. You're talking about, something, even though Devil May Cry is from Capcom, you're talking about something in lines with Devil May Cry, Bayonetta. You're talking about friggin' Vanquish. You're talking about those games. That's what people want from Platinum Games. And what they got was like the bare minimum live service game that brings nothing to people that are fans of Platinum Games. It actually brought nothing, which is why I gave it like harsh criticism. I said, I don't think it's good. I can't recommend it. I think it's terrible. And the beta was so close to the launch of the game that's why I instantly wrote the game off, because I'm like, this beta is so close to launch. There is no way you're going to be able to take feedback from what people are talking about and make literally any improvements on this game. There's just no way that is going to happen. Yeah, Platinum Games also did Metal Gear Rising. Yes, Metal Gear Rising was also cool. But basically, now let's see what they say here. Because it says here on the official website, important notice regarding end of service by 27 of February of 2023. Let's take a quick gander here. Babylon's Fall. Release date. February 28th, 2022. Wait, I thought it came out in March. I thought you had told me that it came out in March. Basically came out earlier this year. How many months ago? So we're on month 9. It was 7 months ago. This thing came out less than 7 months ago. Less than 7 months ago, and they're already turning it off. Now it says here, end by 27 of it's basically like, hey, at least we ran the game for a year. Huh? We supported it for a year. Greetings, Sentinel Force, bro. Thank you very much for playing Babylon's Fall. With the desire of delivering an exhilarating online multiplayer action RPG set in an elaborate high fantasy world, we launched the game's official service on Thursday, March 3rd. Why the fuck does it say here February 28th? Anyway, 2022, and have continued to undertake additional development operations. However, it is with deep regret to inform you that we'll be terminating the game's service on February 27, 2023. As a result, we'll also cancel large-scale updates that we had planned in terms of the plan moving forward. What kind of translation is this? Season 2 will run until Tuesday, November 29th, 2022, as scheduled, and the final season will begin with the maintenance scheduled on the same day. This final season is the period during which you can earn the rankings of rewards of Season 2. Bro, who the fuck is even playing the game right now? Like, actually. It's Steam Charts, right? That's where you see the concurrence. Steam Charts. Let's take a gander. Search games, Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall. Current players, 0. 30-day average, 4.1. 30-day gain, -2. 30-day percentage gain, -32%. Bro, nobody's playing your game. Nobody's playing your fucking shitty game. Who are you writing this for? You know the worst part? There's still physical versions of this game on sale on stores. Like, bro, nobody gives a fuck about your ranking rewards of Season 2. Your fucking, like, hand-me-down Final Fantasy 14 armor sets that you stole from Final Fantasy. Okay, you didn't steal them. Square Enix gave them to you. The most basic bitch armor sets of the game. You could take those. As a way of expressing our gratitude to all our players, we plan to implement as many events and other initiatives as we can, leading up to the end of the server. Man, these are going to be some happy 4.1 players. It's 4 players in like a finger. It's 4 players and a finger, which is about 1/10 of a person. 4 players and a finger. Okay, maybe 4 players and a hand. How about that? 4 players and a hand are playing this game right now. These guys are going to be really fucking happy all the way until the end of the service. Good fucking job. Schedule until the end of service. Oh, and then they have here season ends, premium battle ends, blah, 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 blah. Hanging Garden, player side chooses. Schedule may be subject to change without prior notice. Closing remarks. Leading up until today, I received a lot of feedback from all our Sentinels through multiple surveys, official live streams, our official Discord server, social media channels, which has been a great help to us in the development and operations team. In particular, through our surveys, we received a great deal of enthusiastic messages of support. These were some real enthusiastic 4 players, man, I'm telling you. Really, these 4 players, man, they were fucking enthusiastic about this game. This was the only game they were playing. Keen observations of issues and suggestions for improvement. This really made us feel that we were able to create the world of Babylon's Fall together with our 4 players. For these 4 players, man. They were the real MVPs. Yes, I keep forgetting about the hand. 4.1 players. Yes. Despite all your support, we are truly sad and sorry to say we will be unable to continue with the game's service. We hope you continue to enjoy playing Babylon's Fall until the service ends. And this is what you get when you build a game for the specific purpose of it being a live service. By the way, you want to know what you could do as a way of expressing your gratitude? Fucking refund your players. That's like the human thing to do. You ran this game for fucking 6 months, bro. 6 months you ran this game. It wasn't even long enough for a pregnant lady to give birth. It was less than the time of having a baby is how long you ran this game for. Which, I'm be real, I think it's fucking embarrassing. I think it's fucking embarrassing, and I'm extremely disappointed with Platinum Games. And I know that this was mostly like a Square Enix contract thing that they did for them or whatever, but like, you can't just... It still is... I'm still always surprised, I guess I shouldn't be at this point, with the fact that publishers just don't understand their audience. You can't just pick up a game developer like Platinum Games and say, make a Warframe. It's not what they do. That's not even what they're passionate about. They probably couldn't give 2 shits about live service games. They don't care. It's so weird, dude. But, you know, publishers keep dropping these L's and Babylon's Fall is gone. More like Babylon's Fail, as Mr. Tummy Giggles keeps saying. It's sad. It's just sad, but it is what it is. Babylon's Fall has fallen. It fell, just like Babylon. I mean, it had fall in the name, so, you know, I guess they were predicting it. Not to mention, I feel like this game even went through friggin' development hell to get to this point. The least thing they could do is like try to at least refund as many players as possible. I think that's just a humane thing to do. Fucking 6 months. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Like, seriously, actually try to figure out what your audience wants. You can't just like jump into the live service arena just because you want to. And here's the thing. Not every game needs to be a live service, but if you are doing a live service, you need to think about a little bit more than monetization. Because that's what everybody thinks about when they're thinking about a live service. Like, how are we going to monetize? How are we going to do it? How much money are we going to make? That's what they care about. It's like the product can be the minimum viable product, which is not even this. This is less than the minimum viable product. Shameful. You know, it is what it is. This is another reason why usually when I talk about games, I talk about teams as opposed to publishers. Because like a lot of people will be quick to point out, oh man, Square Enix sucks or something like that. And it's like, no, the team that worked on this project sucks. Square Enix also has other really good development teams, like for instance, Creative Business Unit 3, who do Final Fantasy XIV, you know?